So the topics we are going to discover today is how we can publish report card, teacher app overview, and our staff log. Okay. So first is how to publish report cards, then teacher app a complete overview, and how teachers can enter staff log and admin can check the reports of staff log. So publishing report cards, that is how teachers can publish report card, and a report card like this can be visible from the student's side. It can be published term wise or exam wise. Teacher app, complete overview of our teacher app, and staff log, that is the timetable wise staff log. So let's start with the first tab, that is how to publish report cards. Okay, so first you have to go to new CC. In report cards, first you need to go to new CC. In new CC, you have to go to Scholastic. Okay, in Scholastic, there's a tab of publish reports. Now, first you have to decide whom you're assigning to, class or division, where they want to publish for the whole class, or you're doing specifically division wise. Then you can select the classes you want to publish for. You can select all, multiple also, select all also. Then what is the type of report that you're going to publish, whether it is exam wise, whether it is term wise. So exam wise, you can decide which particular exam reports you want to publish for. Okay, and the same way term wise, it can be term 1 or term 2. They'll publish report. Now the report is published successfully. So we can see a copy of the same in the student side. So for student side, in the report card, they can see a report card like this, and they can easily download that report card as well. So that was about the first part, that is how to publish a report card. So report card, any particular queries how to regarding publishing of report cards? Okay. Okay. Then we can move on to our next tab. 1 second, there's a query in chat. Same procedure for Scholastic. Can the teacher publish a report card using her login? Okay, Rajashri ma'am, if you give the teachers access to this module, then they can publish. As admin, you have a control which modules you want to give access to teachers for. If you want teachers to publish it, then you need to give them access of this particular module with module access. Saili ma'am, you have raised a hand. Any query? Saili ma'am? Okay. Swati ma'am also. If you have any queries, you can unmute.
Yeah, I've given option to unmute. You can ask your query.
Yes.
You can unmute.
So yeah, thank you. So if we publish the report card, it will be available in the app, right? Only in the
Yes.
app, student
Yes.
app.
App and student
login.
app as well.
Web
and web
login.
login as well. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Can we share this using email ID also?
No, currently on email it's not going. Like on
Okay,
web and
okay, sir.
app, it's available. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you.
So here you can select a class or a student or however you want. You can select this and you can publish it. Whether you want to publish it for a exam wise or you want to publish for this student wise, you can publish it. I'll share my if any queries, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the query. I'll share my mobile screen so that we can see how this.
1 second, sir. I'll stop my share. I'm not able to.
Okay, I'm sharing my screen. You cannot start.
Stop. Yeah, I've stopped my share.
Now tell me one thing. What is the login with? No.
Kanishka.
So which school? Which school?
Demo
Is
portal
this school
2. No, demo portal 2. Space portal.
Yeah, to refresh. Whom to share? Only first, or how did it go? Okay, we'll take these queries little later on. Demo portal 2
Two.
and I'm logging in. So this is the student I have logged in, Tanishka student. Okay. So we'll see how does it look like. So I'll go to report card. Here at the center, you can see the tab of report card. So I click on this. And by default,
Academic year.
this, yeah, current academic year is 21-22. So I can see blank here. So I'll select academic year 2021. And here I can see all the exams which have been published by the school and also the date when it was published. Like I can see the term 1 exam was published on 10th, 5th. As a parent or as a student, I can see here. So once I click on term 1 scholastic, I can click here on view button. If you click on it, so here this report card is, they can see this report card and they can download as well, and they can so everything the report card is, they can download this report card as well, and they can save it as a PDF or whatever, we can save it. So here all the exams, suppose your half yearly exam. So suppose at times, we are not giving all the marks and all this. So here you can publish and keep, so students can directly check it online. So whatever exams we can keep here. So for 2021, suppose students want to check their 1920 results, then they can go to 1920 and they can check here like 1920 results. So this is how they can keep a track and they can check all their results on the mobile app itself. So even if you are giving a hard copy of printout, it's advisable to share this, publish this, and keep, so that it's available onto the student on the mobile app itself. All these progress cards and everything. Okay, so this is how it looks on mobile app of the parent. So any queries, please ask. So how to share for only selected students and how to get list whom we didn't. Okay, so how to share to selected students, we can show. So any query on mobile app, if any query on mobile app, we'll take that query, or else again we'll go to the admin login. Yes, no query. Fine. Then you can go to admin login and show how to store the published result for particular set of students.
Are you able to see my screen? Sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah. So yes, your screen is visible.
So when you want to publish
So basically,
when you want to publish for specific students, instead of class wise, you can go to division. In division, you can select any particular division you want. Now over here, when you select a division, all the students are marked. If you do not want any particular child, you can unmark them. Okay. So these students won't be able to see the report card, but later on you have to make sure you come and publish for those students as well.
So whatever,
both ways. You can either unmark or you can tick the cross to remove.
So for whatever reason, if you want to, not publish results for particular set of students, you have to go to division, select that division. You'll see all the students of that division, and you, by default, all are selected. You just need to untick the one whom you don't want to publish the result. Yes, Rohit, your query is answered, Mr. Rohit.
Yes, but after publishing this report, how to get that student list which we kept unclicked? I mean, after publishing report, and how to get that, find out the student whom we didn't.
I think this this log part we are working on, so you'll get a log of all this publication, all this.
Okay. No issue. I have already mailed for it. No issue.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So any other query in regarding publishing result and any query? Okay, so this is how you can publish the results. So means even if it's a normal, like even if you're giving a hard copy of results, it's advisable to publish the result and keep, so that it becomes handy. It keeps handy with the student. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So Fine. So I think we can proceed further.
Okay, sir. Okay, so we'll move to the second part, that is the teacher app overview. Okay, so for teacher app, you just have to log in with your username and password or OTP. Now we'll go through each and I'll just give you a brief about each module. So the first one is create notification.
We can show with how to log in itself. I think if
Okay,
you.
sir. So for login, now you have to go to add new account. Okay, you can type in your school's name. You can type in your username and password. By default, if you are new, the password is always 123 pass until and unless you have reset it. There is also another option of OTP. If you have registered your mobile number while filling the admin employee form, then you can directly log in with OTP as well. Okay. And later on, if you want to log in, you simply have to click on it. You need to be able to log in. Now we'll give you an overview of all the modules that we have in the app. So first is create notification. Now for creating notification, by default, any notification that is sent will be reflected at the web and app login of the student. If you want an email to go as well along with it, you have to select the email. The email will go to the registered email IDs which are registered in the system. So there are two types of notification, activity or homework. That is if you want to send it for an entire class, and student specific. That means if you want to send to a particular student. So you can select which type it is. Then over here, you'll be able to see all name of all the classes that you are teaching or you have been given access to. You can select the division or multiple divisions you want to send the announcement to and do next. Then you can type the notification. You can also add an attachment along with it. Okay. And if you have added an attachment which is larger in file size, uh, then you need to give it a few seconds to upload. Any attachment, any notification that you have sent, the students will also see the push notification. And if you want to see the notifications that you have previously sent, you can go to review notifications. Now in review notifications, there are two tabs. One is inbox. Inbox is all the notifications that your admin team has sent you. And sent items is all the notifications that you have sent to the to the children. Now I have one question stating that where did I click for attaching an attachment? So go through it again. So let's say I'll annotate. So you're able to see the tabs below over here. So this is if you want to add a file. The second one is if you are sharing an attachment from a gallery, and the third one is if you directly want to take a picture and share. Okay. So that's about notification, how to create and how to see the sent notifications. Any queries regarding it, regarding the notification tab? So the new one that we have is called Forum app. So Forum app, basically the admin can create groups. They can create groups with staff and students in it. Like they can add the class teacher and the students in one particular class. And they can basically chat and share the same way that you do on WhatsApp. But the one positive that we have in Forum app is that the teachers do not need to share their mobile numbers. So they can stay and chat with the students as usual, but they do not need to share their mobile numbers. But for this, the custom groups need to be created by your admin. Then after that is the Teach tab. So Teach tab is part of our learning management system for creating online courses, quizzes, and assignment. Then after that is Timetable. Now in Timetable, I can see the timetable I have for my for the particular day, and I can simply click on Start Class and start that particular class.
This is
Now,
a timetable is a good feature where most of the schools have been using it for conducting sessions. So teachers just have to click on Start Timetable and that's it. Start class and it would be started. So they can see the like their lectures across the week, like Tuesday, Wednesday. So once it's defined, we just have to conduct the classes. Yeah, and what was the query? How to create a custom group? Custom group, we have to create it in the notification on this. We'll have different session on Forum app and we'll explain how that has to be done. Yes, there is a facility where only admin can send message. If only admin can send, then there's a notification, and then that's a one-side notification. So there's then for that Forum is not required. Forum is a two-way notification which can be used. If you want to send only a one-way notification, then there's a notification center for that. Yeah, fine, continue.
So the next tab is assignment. Now this is ERP assignment. Okay. So over here, you can create an assignment. You can assign it to a particular class, subject. You can decide the topic, and you can also write a brief description. If you want, you can also send an attachment to the students. If you want to give them a sample paper or the question paper in that way, or worksheet especially, you can share an attachment also. You can take a picture, you can choose from gallery, or you can also select a particular file, and you can create assignment. Currently for as a teacher, you can add one attachment, but students have an option of sending up to 6 attachments back. Okay, so once I've created an assignment, I can view the view all the assignments that I have created till now. I can open any particular assignment. Now when I open an assignment, I can see if a child has submitted, in front of their name I can see the attachment symbol. Okay, and I can click on it and I can download that particular attachment. So I can see the attachment, and based on what they have given, I can give my remark to them. So this is a two-way thing. Teacher can create and send an assignment, and students can submit that assignment back. And also teachers can put remarks on that particular assignment. Now, as the question comes that when a teacher creates an assignment, she can add one attachment, but for students, we have given an option where they can add up to 6 attachments. Can't we type directly in the test description? So you can over here. Okay, instead of name, if you want to put a description. Usually every time assignment does have a name. It might be worksheet 1, worksheet 2, anything like that.
Test name is required, like what is the name of the test?
What is the name
description is an optional thing, wherein whatever options you, do you mean to say directly questions in description? can be typed directly in the test description.
Uh,
So yeah, you can give your questions. Means yeah, directly you can type here like whatever you want. It's not necessary attachments. You can directly type your queries, questions on test description also.
how to say last date?
Last
Okay.
date.
So for ERP assignments, we do not have a last date. Although in LMS assignment, we have an option.
You can
Naina ma'am,
convey.
can you unmute? Because I'm not able to
Hello.
hear you. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, hello. Good
Ha.
afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I have tried for so many times. I have to type the test independently in some other document, and then I have to copy the photo or link in the test description. So just as I'm, continuously using the Google Classroom, I directly type the questions of 10 marks in that description and just to send it. So is there any easy access? No, it is
So you can directly type in description over here also, or you
the
can copy
complete
paste
test.
also. Or if
Oh.
you, if you're talking about like a complete worksheet, then we do have a feature of LMS assignment now. We can keep a proper session only for learning management system. Over there, we do have an option for defining the date, time. Like Sir had said, if you want to keep an date, define date and time. And over there, we do have a big option where you can type in.
Okay. And the second one point is when the student send their answers or answer sheet, then we have to download the link at first and then we can check.
Okay.
And then,
We do have an option of LMS assignment, ma'am. What all your queries pertaining to the time, the typing, and also downloading. We have an option in LMS assignment. That is our, it's part of our, basically part of our learning management system. But over there, we do have an option where you can set marks, you can define data type, and you can also, you do not need to download. All the attachments are saved to cloud.
Okay. Okay. I'll go through it. Thank you.
Ma'am. I'll share the link for our LMS in the chat box at the end of the session.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So any questions related to assignment? Any queries related to assignment?
I'm Shraddha here. I'm little bit confused.
Yes,
I'm little bit confused. Like we are using LMS, then why we have to use this assignment?
It is optional, because what happens? See, LMS is date and time defined. If you're already using LMS, I think you have everything in one system. But over here, you can also send workbooks or worksheets or any normal assignment which is not date defined by date or time.
So basically,
we tried this. No, we tried this. Like we had conducted one exam through this assignment.
Okay.
But it was like very difficult for us. Like we had to download those 50 students worksheets, like whatever the paper they had uploaded.
Yes.
So we had to download it, and then checking online was also very difficult. Like how the teachers were going to check. So literally we had to download and take the print out and then check. So it was very tedious for us.
Yes, ma'am.
This assignment is normally for small assignments, and it's easier for student and teacher to use if you want to. I mean, it's a little easier, like less things are required. In LMS assignment, facilities and functions are more, but it's little complicated. It's little initially it's become a little difficult. So it's LMS assignment has more features, but it's little tedious. An assignment like normal your day-to-day assignments or this small assignments that can be if required, this can be used.
It can be used for activities also, like your competitions or something like that.
Okay. We are using Google Forms for that, actually, small assignments, because directly we are getting the marks, na?
Okay,
through Google Forms.
Yeah, but what happens in Google Forms, once the child gives one attempt, he sees one answer. So there is no record. You have to again physically
Google Forms
maintain
would be a MCQ based, right? MCQ based question answers. So for that, we have added your quiz module. We have added here, so you can directly create quizzes, and it's directly integrated with the ERP. So you can directly add questions as you add in Google Forms, and student can directly appear on their mobile app.
Acha.
So quiz is a new thing we have added here. So it's very easy and convenient to use. So we'll take you through this also.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Continue.
Thank you, ma'am. Any more queries regarding assignment? We'll move forward to log sheet. Now, log sheet is related to the timetable, and it's also very important. So for log sheet, every day as teachers are carrying out their online teaching, it's hard for school to track how much it's happening on daily basis. So log sheet can prove very beneficial in that sense. So every day the teacher can see her timetable, the lectures that she has taken for today, and she can fill the topics and subtopics that she taught today. So let's say then what teaching aid was used and what methodology was used. In that way, she can fill the log for all the classes at a single go, or as and when she completes her teaching. So for log, every day the teachers have to enter the log that they have taught for that particular day. And once they have entered a log, they also have an option of checking the log. That is, they can view the log that they have entered. So this will also help the teachers to see what they have made the entry for. And also, let's say if I want to go for some previous date and check like what I taught 2 weeks before, then I can select that particular date and I can also see a log for the previous date. Okay, so that's about log sheet.
Also, the various reports are available of admin on admin side. If a principal or director want to know like what all has been happening, what all they have been teaching, so they can directly check it. So we'll be showing this reports now. Viva.
Yes, sir. The reports. So for teachers now, one second. So as teachers go on filling the log sheet, like I said, admin can download various reports so that they can stay in touch with what all is being covered on day-to-day basis. So for that, we need to first go to reports. Okay. In reports, we have to go to staff log. Now, staff log, it can be if I want to check for all classes, if I want to check for any particular classes, I can do select all also, and I can click on show report. So the report that we filled just now, I can see that. I can take a download or print of that. At the same wise, I can take day-wise report. I can take staff-wise report. Okay. Can again define the start date and end date for it. And I can, for a particular teacher now, if I want to check that what all she's teaching for which classes and what topics are covered till now, and I can take a printout of the same. In the same ways, I can also take a month-wise report also. I can see how many teachers have submitted or not. So properly in this way, now once you take a printout of the reports, you should be able to see a report. I'll just zoom it a little bit. So day-wise teaching log. So once all your teachers start filling the log every day, so you can take a printout like this every day. As an admin or as principal, I can check what all is being taught in my school, how much, what all methodologies are used by my teachers. I can also take a teacher-wise report, okay, class-wise report. So there are various different types of reports, class-wise, teacher-wise, month-wise, which can be downloaded by the admin or principal to check the log sheet of the teachers that is submitted.
Yes. So this is about staff log. Any queries on this staff log module?
Vibha, one more doubt. Last year,
Yes,
last year we made lessons on LMS. Now, can we get those lessons on this system?
This system is on this current year.
Huh?
You mean to say on current year, means this year, whatever
Yeah,
the
yeah, this
lessons.
year.
It's already there, ma'am. We haven't deleted any data.
Means in their staff login, they will get this in Teach tab, all these things.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you have created this year, if you want to reuse for the next year, we are not going to, the content will be there always for you to reuse. That was the basic point of LMS, that once you have created a content, you can reuse it again for years to come.
Okay.
Okay, so this is about staff log. Yeah, you can proceed further on mobile app.
Okay, so we'll move on ahead to so after that is the attendance. Now this is again manual attendance. Like sir said, we do have an online timetable. In online timetable, you can get a student session log. So based on that also you can mark attendance. You can select the class or the order which you want to mark attendance for, first name, roll number, last name. By default, it will be selected today's date. If you want to mark for yesterday also, you can change the date from there. Now, all you have to do is you have to simply select the absent students. You have to select all the names of the students that were particularly absent for that session and upload. So that's how you can mark your attendance. And once you mark attendance, you can also see the report. So that's about attendance and attendance report. Any doubts?
Yes, this attendance is for a day.
Yes, ma'am. Currently,
Yes.
it's for a day. We do have lecture wise, but that is on web login.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll move on next to the next tab, that is quiz.
Yes, so Google, you have any query? You can unmute and ask. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
My question, we can say my doubt is about the attendance.
Yeah.
In the attendance register, manually or offline in the school, after 1 month, we get to calculate the average percentage of attendance, total number of absent students, total number of boys and girls absent or present. It's
Right.
total plus total working days in a month.
Right.
And such record is to be calculated at the end of the year. Is there anything
Yes, we do
likely
have.
in the software?
Yes, we do have it on the admin side, wherein all these reports automatically, boys average, girls average, and annual reports. All this is there.
No,
So
percentage, month-wise
yes.
percentage
Yes,
of the
yes.
particular class.
Yeah. That is there. We'll show you once this part is done. We'll have go on the admin part and we'll share how the admin attendance reports will look like.
It will be related to the admin part if you could start right now, because attendance you have shown
Okay,
it
fine,
how to fill
fine,
it.
fine.
It will be related.
Yeah, fine, no problem. Yeah, we can go to it.
So please.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we go to attendance report. Yeah.
Which one exactly? Monthly, yearly?
So that you can open one by one everything.
So attendance register, I can check from any particular date.
First, select a class. class division.
Show. One. Okay, 1 minute.
You click on generate. Have you clicked?
No, I'm not able to change the date as I want, but okay.
No, dates are okay, no? 1 to 31. Yeah,
Okay.
click on generate. So this is one report wherein here you can see the student name, the
Absent
present,
percentage.
absent, percentage, and all this.
It's
And
not marked, so it's showing absent.
click on at the here bottom you can see male absent, male female absent total, and all this male
Average.
present percentage and all this average and everything would come. And directly you can take a printout of this. Yeah, you can share the print view.
I have to share the print page.
Yeah.
So print like this will be available. Yes, yes, okay.
You can close this review or show background. Yeah. So here automatically you can see here now here there's no absent mark. So automatically the percentage and everything would come. And at the bottom also you'll get all the male, female, and all this details data. So this is one report. Another report. Yeah, you can close this. Another report is attendance summary. The attendance summary is a summary of a day.
Someone annotating. Okay.
How to stop that annotation?
Disable annotation for others. I've done that.
No.
Okay. So yeah, attendance summary.
So in attendance summary, you will get a summary of all this. Yeah, you can have all select all. Yeah. No, generate. Only the upside there you have selected, no, that filter. You put that. Up, yeah.
No, attendance. Okay.
So this is, you will get a day-wise summary, like for a particular date, what is the total register, present boys, number of absent, and this way. This is one report. Another report is.
After that is absent students. If I want to check.
That is fine. Attendance record, month summary.
Month summary. Check the month. So I can get a summary for a month when all that.
No, this is whether the attendance was taken or
taken
not.
Or not, yeah.
Okay, and yearly attendance summary.
Average yearly attendance.
And there are two kind of reports in this. Yeah.
Okay, if I do select all, there's option show.
No, don't do show. Just select. No, don't do show. Just select one class. So here you will get all the month-wise, all this data, annual attendance and all this. Yeah. So these are all the different reports. You can, yeah. So Google sir, is this okay?
Hello.
Yes.
So what formula is used for the total average attendance of a month by you or the software?
I think this is standard as I don't know much about the formula, but it's a standard whatever it's required by the government bodies. So if you have anything particular, or you can just take it whether.
That is what, because when there are government holidays, government, we also count government holidays also, apart from Sunday.
Right. Yes.
So are you counting those days also holidays? Because we will be marking absent and present of
See,
the
I'll tell, I got
working
it.
days.
Now suppose a month has 30 days, 5 days goes for Sunday. Now here we'll define holidays. Just a minute. We were scroll
Yes, sir.
downside. Yeah, here you can see holidays, right? Here holidays 0.
30,
So
30
so
days.
if holidays are defined, automatically it would be reduced from your working days, and then the percentage would be calculated.
Apart from the holidays, there are government holidays also. Apart from Sunday.
So
We
that's
can
what I'm
set
telling
that,
you.
sir. We can set the holidays.
So whatever holidays are there now, we have this holiday module that we have to define whatever the holidays you have, and from there accordingly it would be calculated.
It will be automatically generated.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, absolutely.
And there is one requirement for some online ZP work. For example, UDash Plus now, Shala Siddhi. Yearly attendance, total yearly presenting boys and girls is also required. So is there any option which is automatically generated at the end of the year in the software?
Yes, means automatically it's there now in this yearly attendance. Open this staff, Viva, these reports are there now already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We do have.
The reports are there now in Drive. Open it.
Yes, sir. We do have attendance.
Is there any option to show automatically attendance of presence children list? So if you're talking about online, Sudhrani, can you just unmute?
So attendance report, for example, different types of report.
See, this is one report, which is a pupil.
Daily
This is a
attendance.
summary. This is a summary, day-wise summary. Okay. So this is an annual report, a class, and all this absent male, present male, female, and all this, month-wise.
How many instruction days were there? Total instruction days. So if
So
you have
this is a
entered
complete-
holidays, automatically the instruction days will be considered.
This is a yearly report.
Yearly attendance. And this was the one which we showed, monthly attendance report.
You can zoom this little bit.
So here I can see holiday 1 here also. If you have defined holiday for that month, and according to that, the working days will also be set. So if
So
we
where
have
there's on 25th, you can see there's a H written. So I mean it's holiday.
Yeah.
And according to say present and absent, automatically percentage and everything are calculated. And at the bottom also, scroll down.
total students percentage present and average present.
All male, how many male are present, how many female are absent, total absent. So everything, all this data will get this automatically generated.
Also, you had asked a question whether instruction days are automatically changed. So over here also we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weekly holidays. So we define on that how many working days we have in a month.
Yeah. Okay. Is that okay, sir? So okay, sir?
I will go through it. I have some
Yes, yes.
update for the developing team about the attendance and total average attendance of yearly in regard to the some online ZP work. So it would be very easy for us. So we would have ready-made data to fill it. So there should be some updations required. That I will revert it with you.
No problem, no problem. Okay, sir. Fine. Okay. And is there any option to show automatic attendance? So if you're going for online timetable, we do have this option when automatically the student attendance is captured. So that
it
option
needs to
is
be
there.
filled. We can see the attendance.
We can see the attendance.
Half work is already done here, and the formula which is been used by the some of the government officials for online work, that is different as we have seen here. So it is the, I think 70-80% work is done. When you will get that formula, it will be solid proof for the total average attendance according to the government norms.
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. No problem.
So that you should be, I think, I request you to please update this. If you had that formula somewhere from where your contacts, you can please update with it. It would be very helpful for all the schools which will be using your software.
Right, sir. Right, sir. No problem. Definitely.
So
Yes.
there will be speed up in the working.
Right. There has already been updates. I don't know, but these are the old reports. There are few new updates also already
No,
been
I
done.
have seen your attendance and all that record,
Okay.
which is
Okay,
not
okay.
as per the UDAS or Shala Siddhi record.
No problem. No, we'll look into it and we'll see what can be done and what changes are required. And if you have those changes, you can also do forward. We can look
That
into
is what I will revert it. If you want it, I will revert it to you, or
Yeah,
you can
please,
get
please.
it from the online websites also.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Fine. Fine, sir. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We can proceed further on the mobile app part.
Okay. So we'll move ahead.
Vibha
sir-
ma'am, can I ask a question? It is slightly diverted from this topic.
Yeah, please. Please, ma'am.
In LMS,
Huh?
will I get the report that for a particular course in a month, how many LMS were sent?
How many LMS?
Huh.
I didn't get it. How many LMS?
I mean, how many lessons were sent
lessons were made
in a month?
I can give a report where how many lessons were made. Yes, ma'am. There is there. I think I had a call with Shraddha ma'am regarding the same. So yeah, if you go to lesson any teacher, even if you if you go as an admin also, there is a filter above where you can select the month. If you select the month, then you can see how many lessons were made in that particular month.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. Yeah. Can just we can start with quiz. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
So moving on to quiz.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
We are taking lecture-wise attendance. Then how we get the lecture-wise attendance?
Lecture-wise attendance, ma'am, is there in web login. Once we are done with the app,
the reports are also there. Reports are also there. There are different sections for lecture-wise attendance reports.
How we
so
get the percentage of
yes,
that
yes.
lecture-wise?
You have that. We have that feature, so we can show you that to you later on whenever required. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Continue.
Okay. So we have a new module called as quiz, like sir said. So over here, instead of like for Google Forms, see over here you can see all the quizzes that I've previously made, and you can view result of each quiz under one tab. So it's very easy to create a quiz also. Now let's say I want to create any particular new quiz. I simply have to click on the plus icon. I can give it a name. Duration. I can define the duration. I can choose over here itself which class I want to give it to. Whether
assigned to that. This is which login? Prisms or demo portal?
So this is for demo portal. The page portal.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Assigned so that I can show student login how it will look. Yeah. Fine.
Yes.
Continue.
So
here we have defined the duration and everything. And here we are basically selecting which class we want to assign that quiz to. So how we assign the quiz. So here we can directly assign the quiz to that particular class and division. Okay, fine. Yeah.
You can decide whether you want negative marking. Then over here we have one more extra option, that is whether you want the questions to be sequentially shown, like in the sequence you are creating, or whether you want the questions to be shown in random manner in the student set. Okay, you can put it sequential or randomize the question. Then if you want number of attempts, we can decide how many number of attempts we want. If you want to keep it unlimited, we can keep 0, or I can define the number of attempts. Then review. Do I want to give the child an option to check the answer sheet or not? So I can decide over here, yes or no. And also if I wanted to go out at a particular date and time, I can define the published date and time as well. Okay, I can select a particular date and particular time. Now, as we're going to show you simultaneously both, so I won't set a date and time. But for your quizzes, if you wanted to be going to a particular date and particular time, you can define the date and time. I can select today's date only. Okay. So now I can start on adding my questions to it. There are 3 types of questions the same way: single choice, multiple choice, or true or false. Now MCQ is by default single choice type of question.
Partha. Babala.
Then I can type my question. I can type my options. I can select which one I think is the correct one out of the questions I'm selecting. Now I can also add additional text. Now, apart from one line questions and answers, if I have any additional text that is supposed to be shown with the question, it can be a paragraph, or it can be, you can copy paste a paragraph also over here, or you can type your additional text directly. Now you can add images or special characters. Now, if I want to add an image, I'll simply click on add image. I can choose any particular file that I want. Okay. And at the same time, I can also add special characters. Now I can add special characters. I can choose which special character I want to add. If it's especially for mathematics, if it's raised to 2, raised to 1, raised to 4, if I'm typing equations directly, I can choose. And I can also decide where I want that special character to be reflected, in the title, in the option, or in the additional text. So that way, see, I've added root 1. I can add special characters also. I can define how much marks I want. By default, it's 1. I can have different marks for different questions, and I can create question. So in that way, I can keep on adding questions as I want. Okay, can take a different question type. I can select true or false. Same way, if I want to add an image or special character, if I want different marks for different questions, I can easily go on creating as many questions as I want. And you can also, if let's say later on you want to change the settings, you can simply click on the settings tab and you can change any particular setting regarding the quiz. Sorry, I pressed back and accidentally. So in this way, I can create multiple different types of quizzes, and I can also publish the quiz. Now it's unpublished. I also have an option of toggle, that when I want to publish, I can simply do the red to green, and it is published or live for the students. And the students can appear the quiz from their end also. So basically, it's very user friendly. The teachers can do it very instantly. And opposed to your Google Forms, all of the quizzes that you have created, you can see over here, and all the results are also visible. In quiz, can we add few mathematics, science? Fraction is not there. It's there, ma'am. You can add mathematics, science also. If you want, I can show you. So let's say I'll edit a particular question. Second, sorry. We do have an option where you can create fractions also. Fractions usually are up to, down to, over the two. So you can, or if you feel that if for creating bigger fractions it's hard, you can copy paste also.
You can copy paste, or also you can copy as an image also. Like
Yeah.
suppose you have an equation, you can directly copy it as an image.
Like I said, opposed to every quiz that you have taken, I can see a result easily. And also leaderboards are also there. So I can see who did it the most quickest. As I can see the time also, I can also see who did it the most.
So here you can directly get the results and everything directly.
Download that.
Yes. So everything directly you will be able to see. I'll just take it. I'll share my screen and show you how does it look on the student app. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am. You can write in Marathi or Hindi. You just need to have the Google Indic board.
Okay, so I'm logging in.
From your the page.
So here there's a quiz option you can see on the left hand side corner. So I'll click on this quiz. So here I can see the active quizzes, like the quiz which I can appear, and the others here on the right hand side I can see the attempted quizzes which I've already attempted, and I can see my marks and everything as a student. Okay, so I can see here, like suppose Hindi, I can see the leaderboard. So I can see which all student have got how much marks and everything. The top three, not all, the top three. That way. And so going to the quizzes again. So here we can see the science quiz which was created by Viva now. So I'll click on this, and I can get the basic details of this, like prisms, sorry, the class duration and what is the how many questions are there and everything. And I can click on start. So once I click on start, now I can see who invented gravity. I can see the image which was uploaded, and I'll select my answer. So I selected the answer, and I'll click next. The next question is gravity universal. Then again I'll say false, and I'll click on submit. So I've got 0 marks, and I can see the leaderboard. This is how it is. So here she has allowed 2 attempts. So it is giving me other attempt as well. So I can see attempts left. I can see here now attempts left is 1. Earlier there were 2. So because there are 2 attempts, I can appear it for the 1 more time. That way. So if only 1 attempt was defined, I couldn't have attempted that again. And yeah. So this is how it's very easy for student side as well, and for teacher side also, to use this. What type of figure is shown here? So I can say it's a cuboid. E is equal to MC square. What else? And
Marathi Hindi, the question for Marathi Hindi.
Hindi, yes. So here I can see the marks percentage I've got, and I can see the leaderboard. That way. Okay. So this is how it is.
Are there any sample quizzes lesson wise? No.
I'll take the. So what are the questions now? Is in quiz can we add method? Yes. Can we add Marathi and Hindi? Yes, we can add Marathi and Hindi. Are there any sample quizzes lesson wise? No, we don't give you. We don't make standard quizzes. You can create the quizzes as per this. We just give you the platform. Yeah. And is this quiz tab available on mobile app? On mobile only? Yeah, it's only on mobile. Reporting parts are available on admin as well, but this creating quiz and appearing quiz is only on the mobile app.
It was basically designed for app only, actually.
But it can be. It's a
web login also. Yeah.
It's a web login. If you want, we can give you web login as well. But our main focus was for the mobile app. This is a good, for taking like small. Suppose you have completed 1 lesson, you can take a small quiz on this, so it becomes easier. For teachers also it's easier to create, and for students also it's easier to appear. Very convenient, and it increases the interaction and everything. Any image as an answer, any question. Here there's no option to upload images or anything. It's just a simple MCQ based. See, because if they upload an image, then your work will increase. You would have to check image, you would have to download that image. So if you want them to upload anything, then you have to go for assignment module. From here, from assignment module, as you can see here, they can upload all the, where's the assignment module here? So here, if you give any assignment, I can upload any, photos, from anything I can upload from here. But in quiz, we have kept it simple, only MCQ. Because if the in quiz, what directly the results are given, everything is done automatically. And if images and everything are there, then it's a different thing altogether. So for if you want student to upload images or anything, use assignment module. And if you want only MCQ, this, then this, yeah, unmute, yeah.
So
Unmute,
there
yeah.
is
I'll give
also one, what if students want to know their marks as well? Students
Yes, yeah.
always know their marks. Like, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, students can see their marks itself. Like once the quiz they have appeared, they can see their marks. Yeah, Vishwaja ma'am.
Yes, sir. Actually, I want to know, for example, if I create a quiz.
Hello.
Ma'am, I think we have got mute again. Can you please unmute?
No, ma'am is unmute, but her voice is not audible. Mr. Google, sir, you have any query?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have query about the assessment of the students because we have assignment option and quiz option for the internal assessment.
Okay.
But as per the Maharashtra State Board guideline, we have to consider the activities, internal works, projects, something like that. So in that case, students have to submit their, I think, maps, figures, diagrams, their own drawing.
So they can submit it now through assignment or through LMS assignment. They can submit whatever you want. You can ask them to create a PDF file and upload it.
In some few cases, if needed, board wants to see physically what our students has done and on what basis we have given them marks. So in such rarely board wants to see the actual books or actual work done by the student. In that case, how can we solve that problem?
So which school are you from, sir?
My
school, sir?
State Board.
No, which school name? School name?
New English High School, Satara.
New English High School, Satara. Okay, great.
Kerala Samajam New English High School.
Aurangabad.
Aurangabad. We are using your software.
Right. No, I wanted to know which school so that I could relate what your queries are. Okay.
Last year also I had 3-4 queries.
Yes,
I talked with these.
So your query is like so is what I so your query is basically you want the student to submit to you, right? Whatever the question papers answers are they're writing.
Photos and somebody raised the question, how will the student able to submit answer as a image or something? So I think
so this is there an option. I said no. In quiz it's not there. So there are different modules for different purpose. I said in quiz module that option we don't have. If you want that thing, then it's in assignment module or in LMS assignment.
We can I'll put the link for our learning management system in the chat. You can just go through our LMS system, sir.
I think Sonal madam, she knows everything how to use how to upload and all thing this.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So I think both same school, no? Sonal ma'am and Google.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yes. So any other queries pertaining to, and Vishwaja ma'am, can you was asking something but your voice was not audible. You can ask again if you have any query.
Yes, sir. Can I?
Sir, actually, I want to ask you one thing, that if there is a mathematics quiz, and if I give some question to solve them, and if they want to upload that solving image or photo, so is it possible or not?
So ma'am, for that you use assignment module, no then?
Okay.
See, assignment module.
Here if we create a quick quiz, no?
But quiz may then...
No, like in a Google form, what happened, sir?
That is best
in
for
a Google
LMS
form,
assignment.
what happened? Okay.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please continue.
No,
in
in LMS, I know that we created In LMS, we created such a quiz, but
Okay.
here you gave no, on the mobile app the quick quiz. So in that,
Right.
I'm asking, is it possible or not?
Yeah, it's possible. We can add that. It's not a difficult task for us to add. We can definitely give you option to add an attachment. So if it's a requirement, yeah, definitely we can add a. Yeah. So how would you want? So now suppose there are 5 questions, okay, in maths. Now, do you want it to give a attachment
Yes.
option question
Yes.
wise, or question wise you want to attachment option? Hello.
Means, for example, if in one question I told solve following equation. Okay. In the one question, if I told solve following equation, so they will solve on their paper and they will upload it. No, so that I want.
Okay, fine.
Means in a Google form, that option is there to upload the image or PDF file or whatever. So, that I am asking.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll look into it and what can be done. I'll check. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Any other query? Okay. So I think anything on teacher app or anything pending? I'll just
Result fill results, sir. That's the only.
I think you share your screen.
Yes, sir. Okay. So we've completed the first academics tab. Now moving to the second tab. Now over here, the first tab that is shown as exam fill marks. So you can enter marks for that particular exam. Select a year. I can select a class. I can select an exam. And select the subject and parameter. Okay. So based on that, I can fill marks as and when I'm doing my corrections. So I simply have to fill marks and do next. That's all. Okay. Now, if I try to type up above the out of marks, now in this case, it shows invalid marks. I just have to keep on entering the marks. Later on, if I want, I can also edit marks for a particular student also. So in that way, I can easily fill up the marks for examination. That is PT1 or your any other exams that you do have. And once I've filled all my marks, let's say I've corrected for these students, I've filled my marks, I can just have to submit. Okay. So that's about exam fill marks. And class test is another module. Class test is when physically you're taking any particular tests and you want to fill marks for the same. Or you can also.
So I think we'll wrap it up in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yes. So yeah, we have different more modules where you can give feedback to the admin, or you can reply to the feedback from the parent. Then same way, calendar, if there is any calendar created, you can see the events for that calendar that is shared with you. If multiple calendars are shared, you can check which calendar you want to check. Gallery, again, albums can be created by admin and the teachers can either view the albums, or if they have any pictures. Now, let's say they have pictures for a competition, they can upload the pictures from the album also. They can update the student profile pics. Leave, they can apply. There is a prior setup required for it. You can apply for a leave and you can also check the history. And subject access, in case if you're not able to see the access for subject for sending notifications for marks or anything, you can request a access. And yeah, you can also see your basic profile, all the classes you're teaching, and all the username, web URL, and all of that. So we have given a basic overview of all the modules that we do have. If you have any query, you can let us know.
Ma'am, can we get the final result
Final result.
at a time?
Yeah.
6 subject marks, total, percentage and grade like that.
That is there on admin login. It's there.
Admin
And
login
also-
is there.
And on teacher web login, it's there. Not mobile app, it's not there. On teacher web login, it is there. Okay. Yeah. So any queries, any suggestions, any new requirement, you can let us know.
Is it supporting iPhone for students side also?
Student, yeah, iPhone, it works on iPhone for student as well.
But
Not all
for-
modules are not there. All modules are not there on student iPhone, but majority of them are there. Like online timetable and elements are available on iPhone as well.
And teachers, this teachers app, this also?
Teachers app, I think few things are there. All things are not there.
Okay.
Yeah. So any other queries, any suggestions, any feedback, any changes required? Okay. So I think that's it. So no queries? Okay. So I think we can conclude the session. So thank you all for participating for today's session. So on, I think next session we'll be having, I'll be sending in messages. So what next session we'll be having. So thank you all for attending.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all teachers. And
Thank you.
we conclude the session and I hope you have a good day.